Constitution is gender biased. The entire languaging of the Constitution refers to men and institutions. It talks about his, him, and he in reference to office holders. All the office holders across the board, even in the service commissions, in the parliament, and in the presidency. So certainly, I think one of the things that should be brought sharply into focus now that we have a female head of state is to look into that aspect of the gender bias in the Constitution. We have been trying to get some changes within that for a number of years. It's been tabled to constitution reform committees over and over again. And this is a constitution made in 1962, revised in 1976, and several other revisions in between. So now that we have a female president, I think it does bring sharply into focus the languaging of the Constitution, one, and two, the implicit and gender bias that is built in within not just the Constitution but also within the system. When I'm looking at the range of photographs that you're showing. There's black and gray suits, and we hope that if a woman is going to add some color to that one. But in relation to when we talk about power and the notion of power and how men and women handle power, for a long time in the gender movement in Trinidad, we have been championing put a woman in the House, so the House of Parliament. Now we have a woman in the House of the President's House. How would she interpret those powers? Does she bring to the office some different concept of what power is and how you wield power and how you manipulate power? Dr. Ghani just explained how the previous presidents worked their understanding and interpretation of the term power. So this is something that I think we would be looking at very keenly. How would Justice Paula Mae-weekes, as the first female president of Trinidad and Tobago, be interpreting power from maybe a gender and gendered perspective, and of course also bringing in her experience of working in the system, of working in these institutions, the so-called men and institutions, and how can she negotiate that space and make it more accessible to other women as well.